remember, motivation may not always be there, but discipline is what will get you through those moments. Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey boo, and please stick around. So today's video is a bit different, kind of, sort of, you know. I'm all about sharing every and anything on my channel to educate, bring awareness, you know, share the information, share the love. We're not gatekeeping over here. We're a family. We're sharing information. So today we're talking about mindset. You know, change your mindset, change your life. It's a real thing. It's not just cliche, and it's not just saying it because you're just saying it. It actually works. It actually is a proven thing. So change your mindset and change your life. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, so in my previous video, where I was talking about my whole autoimmune disease, I spoke about June being the hardest month of 2022 for me so far. So it was really hard. See, I know what depression is like. I know what it feels like. I know what it is like. I just know because I've been there. You know, I've spoke about it already in my video when I had my back injury. I have my playlist, my storytime playlist. If you haven't seen it, you can go ahead and watch it. You know, so I know I did a whole mindset change in January, you know, and it was working. And then I realized that when I couldn't exercise anymore, things kind of changed a bit, you know. And so in June, when I realized I was heading down that path, that dark road, like I was crying every day, I was sad, unhappy, you know, wasn't depressed. I'm not depressed, but I was heading down that road, and I realized it, and I just had to take stock of that, and I just had to decide, say, yeah, nope, breaks, we're not doing that anymore. We're not going to put ourselves in that position, because you know how it's easy to be to get into depression, but to get out of it, that's a whole different ball game. So I decided that, listen, I'm going to change my mindset again. I'm going to make a change because I needed to, and if I didn't, I'll just have to pay a heavier price, and I wasn't going to pay that price. Like, no, I can't be dealing with so many things and then adding depression to the list. No, that's detrimental. I wasn't going to do that. So mindset change. You have to understand that the mind is a very powerful thing. It controls everything, right? So if you think you're lonely and you're sad and nothing now go your way and you're always negative, then that's what things will be. But if you think positive all the time, try to be a positive person, trying to see the glass half full instead of half empty, then, you know, there's a silver lining, and it makes going through life a bit easier than always being negative, right? So if you're sad and unhappy and you're feeling depressed and you're going through depression, all of those things affects your productivity. It affects your way of life. It affects how you go about your daily life. It affects your personal life, spiritual life, your professional life. It affects everything like it does. So change your mindset and change your lifestyle. So whether you decide to change your mindset and decide, okay, I'm going to make a change in this way, I'm going to make a change in my physical environment, I'm going to move, because you realize that the environment is affecting you mentally, then you do that. If you realize that you don't like the way you look, you don't like the way you feel, you make a positive change to do things, you know, to change the outlook, to change the results. So you can choose to exercise. So that's what I did. So what I did, right? I decided that I'm going to make one little thing, this one little thing that I had to pay attention to every day. So if I didn't do it, I know that something was wrong and I was falling off, right? So this was just making my bed every day. Yes, sure, you make your bed every day, but I know had that as an indicator. So the indicator was that if I didn't spread my bed, if I didn't make my bed in the mornings, then I knew something was wrong. As in June, I only got out of bed because I had to take my medication. I had to easily take my medication and it was hot and I had to shower and I needed to shower, you know, like feel comfortable. Like if I had no reason to, I would just stay in that bed. That's how I felt. That's what I was going through at the time. And I realized this and I'm like, I don't recognize this person. This isn't who I want to be. When I look in the mirror, that person that I saw staring back at me wasn't the person that I knew I was inside. You know, that makes sense. Like it was just a totally different person and I didn't like that for myself at all. So made the change. See, I was sad. Like when the person that was looking back at me when I look in the mirror, that person unhappy, sad, and on the edge of depression. And I wasn't having that. So I decided, apart from me using the indicator of making my bed every day, if I didn't make my bed, I know that something was wrong and I was heading down that path and it's time for me to take stock, time for me to make a change and wheel and come again, right? So I decided that I'm going to exercise again because I'd started exercise in January. I talk about that in my autoimmune playlist is there. So I'm starting exercising again. I'm like, okay, I need to be consistent. I need to develop discipline. I need to be accountable. But I'm like, how am I going to do that? So I'm like racking my brain and I'm thinking about, I overthink. That's my superpower. I overthink. So I'm like, let's think about it. So I thought and I'm like, let's live stream. Was I nervous? Yes. Was I scared and afraid? Yes. But I said, feel the fear and go through it. See, courage comes before consistency. Once the first step is all you need, right? Courage. The first step is all you need. And then consistency follows. And you, by being consistent, you develop what we call discipline. And we need to understand that discipline lasts and you won't always feel motivated. You won't always feel like you want to do it or you can bother today. But discipline, once you're disciplined and you know what doing that activity does and what it does for your body and your mind and your spirit, you will be disciplined to do it even when you don't feel like it. So for me, I never expected you guys to watch those workout videos. Thank you for watching them though, because it's a way for me, it's my way of keeping myself accountable that yes, I said I'm going to do the live stream every day. The only reason I haven't done live streams, I haven't done any, is because something must have happened. But it's not a reason I don't feel like it, right? It's not that. I'm like, you guys watch those videos, thank you. And I'm like, yes, boo, you're doing it. And as I said, motivation may not always be there. You may not always feel like you want to do it, but from being courageous to being consistent and then developing discipline, you know that exercise makes you feel energized, it makes you feel happy in a way for some person, for me, and it gives me that, like I'm doing it for me. It's for me. It's not for anybody else. It's for me, and it's not for me to lose weight. That's not the goal. It's just for me to develop discipline and to know that even after taking the steroids, that I will still exercise because I'm disciplined. I've developed the discipline over time, and building a habit takes 2 months. So we're at day 20 and we're going, and consistency is key, and Yes, sure, I still get a bit nervous when I know I have to go live, because I can't control the live environment. Anything can happen. You don't know what may happen. So I like to be in control. So that's like something that I have to let go of and just be in the moment and know that I'm giving up myself and I'm doing it for me. Right? So do something for yourself. And stick to it. Develop a routine over time. You know what your body likes, you know what you like, you know what works for you, and you can develop, that routine. You wake up, say 5 o'clock in the morning, and you have your devotion, your meditation, you journal, you exercise, you have quiet time with yourself, you eat breakfast, get ready for work, and go to work, and you feel energized because you spent that quality time with yourself. So develop a routine, something that works for you. And if it doesn't work, you can always change it, right? Because it's you're developing the plan for your life. And the whole change your mindset, change your lifestyle. We have to understand that this life that we're living, there's no rule book. There's no manual of how it should be done, how it should be lived. Everyone does have their own definition, their own way of living this life. Some person might want to push their beliefs on you. Some persons don't. But always remember that it's your life, right? Your life. You're living your life. It's your life. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. You know all aspects concerning you and this life. So there's no manual. There's no rule book. Just be kind and live the best possible life you can be as a good human being. Reset your mindset. It does work. It does work. And it works for me. Like so in July I started this whole, do better for yourself thing, because I'm being selfish, thinking about me, because nobody cares about you but you. So be selfish about yourself. Reset your mindset. You can always reset. Remember, failure is fine. Failure is just a point or to prove or to show that you tried. Failure doesn't mean it's the end of the road. Reset. Come again. Analyze the situation. See where you went wrong. See what you can do differently. Make the change and go again. Failure is just one of the obstacles, or it's not even an obstacle. Failure isn't an obstacle. It's just a part of your success story. It's what you do after you fail that really matters. So did you just sit and wallow and say, oh, I failed, blah blah blah, or did you analyze the situation, look at it and see what you could do differently and make the change and go again and try? And if you fail again, that's fine. You know what you can do differently. If you fail again, that's fine. You're one step closer to that victory, and it's perfectly fine. So remember, courage comes before consistency. Fear will be there, but that's perfectly fine. Walk through the fear, work through the fear. And remember, motivation may not always be there, but discipline is what will get you through those moments or those times when you don't feel like it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something new. I hope you decide to change your mindset and change your life. Reset your mindset. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Do like this video. Do subscribe to my channel. Share with your friends and your families. And leave a comment below too, engagement on the video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.